Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Tracy, and today I would like to talk to you about a story of betrayal. And before any further ado, like I always said, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Please turn your notification buttons on. Also, remember, ensure that you share. Okay, so let's get into the matter. Approximately, and this is a story of betrayal about myself and how you just can never trust a book by its cover, and also you just can never trust anyone. Doesn't matter who it is. You always have to take a peek through that third eye. Because if not, you are in for a rude awakening. And yes, so this is about 15 years ago. This happened. Approximately 15 years ago. And I remember we had a family friend. And I was home in my house. And at the time, he asked that I should, if I could come to babysit his child. However, upon going to assist, because this was a very close family friend, this was someone that I trusted, this was someone I believe the family trusted as well, so it was never a reason for me to hesitate or to think twice about going to assisting, so what I did, it was an evening. I can't remember exactly what day of the week, but I knew it was a day during the week. And I was home. Actually, I had a day off at the time. And I was called to come and babysit, like I said. And because the excuse were that the child's mother was going to church and he needed assistance to babysit the child because he has to go somewhere. And when I got there, I realized that the individual who called me to babysit was still at home. He wasn't making any effort to go out. He wasn't going anywhere. Was not, I believe he was wearing he did not have a shirt on. I remember that. When I walked in the door, he was not wearing a shirt, but he was wearing a pants. I remember that much. And I remember when I walked in, I sat on the sofa. So upon sitting on the sofa, I was there waiting for the child to come in, because my impression was the child was outside playing. So after hours of sitting there and waiting, approximately 2 hours has passed, going into 3 hours has passed. It's becoming to get dark, and there was no child. So I started to wonder what is going on here. I'm supposed to be babysitting, but there's no baby here. There's no child. Where is the child? So I remember hollering out to the individual saying, okay, where is the kid? About 5 minutes, I didn't hear an answer, but I knew that he did not leave the house. He was still in the home, and I was sitting in the living room watching television. And in the back of my head, I'm wondering, okay, the woman is at church, there's no child, and I'm sitting there watching TV. Upon watching the television, about after me making a call, said, because it wasn't me calling via telephone. I was just shouting out the person's name to say, okay, I'm leaving because I don't see the kid here, so I gotta go. Because that was when I started to get a little bit wary and suspicious of, okay, if I'm supposed to be babysitting a child, why does it take almost 2 hours or more for the child to be there, whom I'm supposed to be babysitting? So where's the child? And I was given the impression that you, the father, was going out and the child was supposed to be there with me, and I'm supposed to be watching the kid. But it took 2 hours, near darkness, and no kid, and you are still, this individual is still in the bedroom doing what God knows what. Approximately about 5 minutes after I made a holler and said, I'm leaving. I don't see the kid, so I gotta go. I was sitting on the chair. While I was sitting on the chair, this man have the audacity of coming out, never forgot, in a robe, out the room, a bottle of Tia Maria, freaking 2 glasses, came out, no underwear, flipped on, pouring on his television, and attempted to come close to me. Now, this is a family friend, a very close friend, close family friend. And I am sharing this story to tell anybody, if you have your children, whomever, it doesn't matter, if you have your children or someone close to you, don't trust anyone. You can never know what someone is thinking at all before they strike. This person has never given me the idea that they would have ever done such a thing. Moreover, this was during the time when I was at the most vulnerable stage of my life in this country. I just came to the United States. And the worst part of this whole situation was when I came here, this person assisted me with a place to live for 2 weeks, a whole 2 weeks, assisted me with a place to live for a whole 2 weeks. And not one time during the entire 2 weeks when I was in this person's home, that person have ever attempted to do anything of that sort to me. Never, ever attempted or even showed me that that was ever his intention. Never. So when this happened afterwards, like almost 2 years later, or almost a year and a half later, of my staying in your house, when you offered to give me a place to stay for 2 weeks, and you assisted me in finding a job, something to do, and I was so grateful, and I was so happy that, okay, this family friend that I've known for basically half of my life, you've been in my family for the longest, and during the end of it, you chose to betray my trust, and on top of it, lied on me. Let me tell you something, people. Be careful. Be careful. Because your biggest betrayal are the people who are close to you. And that is so true. The people who will betray you are the people who will basically sit and laugh with you on a day-to-day basis. And I'm saying this, and I'm telling this story because people, we have to be mindful of our surroundings, and especially it's not the person who betrays you is not the person who is far away from you. It's always the person who is close to you. Always remember, your enemy never gets close to you. It's your friend or someone who's in close proximity to you, because your enemy do not have the chance to approach you, never has the chance to come close. It's the friend. And always remember, be careful, because it's not everyone who gives this is doing it from here. No, it's not from here. You don't know what's here. What you see is this. This. This is what you see. See? See? I can go on and on all day. See? But you've never seen this. And this situation happened. And on top of it all, this individual chose to create a massive lie on me. But that is for another video. I will share in another video. But I just wanted to share a synopsis of betrayal and what to expect 9 out of 10 times from the people you trust, your family trust, and who are close to you. And I would like to also remind you that your enemy do not get close to you. It's your friends who gets close to you. And that's where you have to look over your shoulder at all times. Always be aware of your surroundings. Always be in your P's and Q's. Never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its cover. Because if you ever decided to open it, or the book decide to open itself, it will oftentimes become a rude awakening. And I'm just sharing this and to encourage someone